Are you thinking of moving to Berthoud, but you don't want to move to a bad neighborhood? You want to move to a nice neighborhood. I don't blame you. I'm going to list in this video my top 3 neighborhoods. And I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to say what's my favorite old neighborhood, what's my favorite new neighborhood, and what's my favorite large expensive neighborhood. So I'm going to name these 3. And if you want to see what my top 3 are, then keep watching. Hi, my name is Jamie Eklund, and I'm a realtor here in the beautiful state of Colorado. On this channel, we try to educate people on what the different cities and what the neighborhoods are like in the different cities so that they can be more educated when they move here. If that's you, then hit the subscribe button and hit that bell notification to be notified next time I post a video. Now, I get calls from people all the time. People who are asking questions like, what is it like in certain cities? What are certain different neighborhoods like? And I do my best trying to help people navigate the state so that when they move here, they can make the best decision possible. So if that's you, if you're thinking of moving to Colorado, but you don't know where to move to, give me a call. I'd love to help process that with you a bit and give you some information that hopefully will help instruct you and help you make a more successful decision. Now, today we are going to be looking at my top 3 favorite neighborhoods. Now, the first is going to be the cheaper neighborhood, but it's also the older neighborhood. The second is going to be more expensive, but it's going to be a newer neighborhood. And then the third is going to be by far the most expensive neighborhood, but you're going to get acreage with it. These are just going to be my top 3 in those 3 different categories. And so Berthoud has a lot of different neighborhoods. And if you disagree with me, then you're absolutely entitled to that disagreement because there's lots of different options. And most of them are pretty good options. So let's dive right in. Now, first, like I said, is going to be the older neighborhood. If you want like a smaller house that just has a lot of charm, built in the early 1900s, now it's going to be small, it's not going to be huge. I mean, there's some decent sized ones, but not huge houses. Garages are going to be fairly small unless they've been added onto, and that's going to be the Capitol Hill neighborhood. Now, this neighborhood is also close to downtown, kind of the old town side of Berthoud. And so if you want to be close enough to just walk to a coffee shop, this is a great option for you. Now, the trees are nice and mature in this neighborhood, and like I said, the houses are quite old, and so you're going to get some of that character. Now, the downside to it is you're also going to get some of the issues that can come along with some of the older houses. You may have some foundation issues. You may have some lead-based paint. Almost certainly you're going to have lead-based paint in most of these houses. Asbestos and knob and tube wiring and lead pipes and stuff like that. I mean, there is a list of issues with some of these old houses. But some of these old houses have already been rehabbed. And so even though they've been rehabbed, they've got some of the nice character that they left in. And they're just really cool houses. And that's why it's kind of my favorite neighborhood when it comes to the old houses. Now, maybe old houses aren't your thing. You like character, fine, but you don't want to deal with all the potential issues that come along with older houses. If that's you, I don't blame you. One of the neighborhoods that you still might consider that's still not too far away from the downtown area of Berthoud, and that's the Heritage Ridge area. Now, you are a short bike ride or car ride away from the downtown area, but you may not even need to go down there because there's a pool and a rec center, a small one, just a community one for that neighborhood down there. And so you can still have some of those amenities and not go very far. Now, this neighborhood is considerably newer. And so you're not going to get the gigantic trees and the really well-established neighborhood feel. But it's also not still being constructed either. And so it's kind of right there in the middle. But it is a really nice neighborhood, and it's got some really cool construction. It's got some houses that back up into some open space, and so it's just a nice place. That's why it made my list. Now, maybe you're like me, and you like some acreage. You like some space, where you can't even throw a baseball and hit your neighbor's house. Well, if that's you, and you're not afraid to pay a little bit of money for it, the Rainbow Lake Estates may be a good place for you. Now, properties over here start about 1.2 million. So if you're looking at being sub 1 million, it's probably not going to work for you. But all the properties here have a few acreages, and you're looking at about 100 houses. And so it's big enough where properties do come on the market, but it's not so big that it feels like a city inside a city. And so if that's what you're looking for, then it might be a good option for you. Now, it's not close enough to Berthoud to ride your bike to a coffee shop. So if that's what you're wanting, then you're probably not going to be looking at acreages anyways. And so Rainbow Lake Estates won't fit that bill. But if you're looking to be farther away, still within 10-minute drive to coffee or groceries or whatever, then the Rainbow Lake Estates might meet what you're looking for. Now, there's lots of different neighborhoods in Berthoud, and there's a lot of really nice neighborhoods in Berthoud. And so my opinion, quite frankly, might change day by day. It depends on where things are going and what neighborhood I just happen to be in and happen to enjoy at the time. So if you are thinking of moving to Berthoud, give me a call. I would love to talk to you, and I'd love to help you process some of the other neighborhoods that might be available that you can look into purchasing a house in. Now, I'm also going to be putting in a relocation guide down in the description. So just click that link. It's absolutely free, and it's jam-packed with lots of information that might help you as you make a decision whether you are going to move to Colorado or maybe Colorado isn't for you.